Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Happy Monday. How are you? I am so excited today because I got the funnest email yesterday. One of my friends here on YouTube, Eileen, hi Eileen, sent me an email yesterday saying, have you seen that this book by Rosamunde Pilcher that I've never heard of is being printed? And I quickly, of course, looked it up. And I realized that it is one of the books that she published way back in the day under a pen name called Jane Fraser. Did I say it's Rosamunde Pilcher? Yes. So Rosamunde Pilcher, when she first started writing, wrote under a pen name of Jane Fraser. Those books were published by Mills and Boon in the UK and then by Harlequin primarily here, I think in the US. I have a few of them, so I thought it would be a fun time to show you my little collection and leave you a link to the book that's going to be reprinted, because I'm hoping that this means they're going to start printing all of these old 60s Jane Fraser books. They are very hard to find in the old vintage editions. And when you do find them, they are very, very expensive. And I own a few of them that I wanted to share with you. So I will leave a link below to Blackwells, which I did pre-order this book, of course, because I would love for them to reprint all of these. And the best way to do that is to make sure that those pre-orders get sold and ordered and that they know that there is some interest in these books. And I'm very excited. Now, just as an aside, these books, they're not as good as Rosamunde Pilcher's big books. They are pretty typical Harlequin-ish style romances, which I love. And they have Rosamunde Pilcher's very distinct writing style. I've read a few of them, but I don't own all of them. So I'm hoping they reprint all of them so that I can add them to my collection. Yeah, so what else do I want to tell you about that? I'll leave a link to Blackwells. It's not being reprinted in the US, so you do have to order it from the UK. And it's not an affiliate link or anything. I'm not affiliated with Blackwells at all, but I do use them when I want to buy a UK book. I'm also using them to buy Katie Lumsden's new book that she talked about, which I did share a link to on my community post, because I'm also very excited about that. So let's talk about my little Jane Fraser collection. I only own 5 books by her. Because they're so hard to find. So the first one is called Young Bar. I have 2 editions of this beauty. This one I bought for myself. This is a Mills and Boon. Look at that cover. There's her name. Look at that 60s hair. Isn't that cute? Let's see, so this one, Young Bar, this edition was published in 1966. This was printed in Canada. So I generally do not want to have books that I don't read or that are too precious to get banged up. But this one, I am trying to take good care of these because they are in such beautiful shape. I don't want to wreck them. So I've read one of these. I read the next one I'm going to show you. And sorry, I've got a little notification. And I am very, very careful with it because I don't want to damage the spine or anything. So if they reprint these, of course I will buy them because it'd be so fun to be able to just read them and get them messed up. So I own this Mills and Boon one. And then my sister bought me this beautiful Harlequin Classic Edition. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Let's see, this one, this is a US, I think, edition. Oh, this is also printed in Canada, and this was printed in 1983. So the first edition was published in 1965 in the I think in the Mills and Boone, and then this one was printed in 1963. And you could tell. Look at those covers. I mean, they look so beautiful and vintage. Next, I have A Day Like Spring. This is the one I've read. I loved it, and I tried to be super duper careful with it so that I wouldn't smush it or anything. This is a Harlequin, and this is also printed in Canada in 1968. So this is printed in Canada. This is Harlequin Romance. Look at that, 50 cents. 50 cents. And then next, okay, these are very exciting because these are two, I was out shopping with my friend who's also named Gina, and we were half-price bookstore shopping. We were looking for, we always hunt through the Harlequins for these editions, and we saw that they had a bunch of these, and Gina knew that a couple of the Rosamunde Pilcher Jane Fraser books had been printed in one of these Golden Harlequin Library editions, and so they had a whole shelf of them, and we flipped through, because there's no table of contents in these books, so we flipped through an entire shelf of these Golden Harlequins looking to see if there were any of the Jane Fraser ones, because the first page of these is just the first page of the first book. They do list them on the outside here, but they don't list the author. And when we were looking, I don't know that I actually remembered all of the book names, the Rosamunde Pilcher book names. This one, though, A Long Way From Home, excuse me. That is the one, oh, I think I forgot to tell you. That is the one that's being reprinted by the Mermaid, is it called the Mermaid Press? I'll link it so you can see it down below. But here is the title page for that, and it just jumps right in, right? There's no table of contents, so it's kind of a random, and yeah, there it is. So I do have this one, and I don't worry as much. These are fairly sturdy, so I don't worry as much about reading these ones as I do about these. Also, these I bought at half-price books, so they were not expensive. These I bought online, and they were very expensive. So I've got A Long Way From Home, and then I'll have to read the other two books in here too, just for fun. And then this one is The Keeper's House. That's the Jane Fraser Rosamunde Pilcher book in here. This is a volume 23, and this is volume 6. So isn't that exciting news? I was so excited. Thank you to my friend Eileen for letting me know about this. Oh, here, let me just show you all of these, because oh my gosh, there's my stack. It's little, it's only 5 books. I'm working on building my collection, but I'm generally not interested in just buying everything. I don't want to spend a ton of money on these. I like to find them. I mean, and these were expensive, but they weren't in the hundreds range. I love it when I find them at half-price books. And so, yeah, so this is my little Jane Fraser collection. I do own all of the Rosamunde Pilcher in a bunch of different editions, all of the hardbacks. I'm trying to collect some of her vintage, like some of the books that she wrote in vintage editions, especially her other smaller paperbacks. It did post a short video, or a short video on my Rosamunde Pilcher collection somewhere. So I might actually just pop it in, just a picture or a quick video of my shelf after this. So I'll put these books away so you can see my collection all together. I love it. All right, well, thanks for being here and for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.